I promised to myself that I was going to record this week. It was initially going to be a video essay. I don't have time to do a video essay, so everybody gets a tarot reading. If this message reaches you, I'm intending for this message to be for whoever needs to hear it. Some videos, some situations are not going to resonate for everybody. What is the message that you have for the collective today? Which includes anybody who needs to hear this. Whoever needs to hear or see this message today for the collective, what do you have for them, please? So, the cards I got were Temperance, the Nine of Swords, and the Three of Pentacles. And the back of the deck is the Six of Swords. Number one, you need to calm down with the Six of Swords of Temperance and the Nine of Swords. And you also need to lean on someone or some people for support. There is probably a sense of internalized and psychological struggle that's not being addressed or communicated with others. And that is what is leading you to kind of spiral into this place of paranoia and impending doom. You need to make peace with yourself, and peace with yourself comes with acknowledging that, number one, and number two, reaching out for a support system or reaching out to those that you know would support you, or finding some sort of support system. So Temperance was clarified by the Two of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands. The Nine of Swords was clarified by the Six of Swords. Can you clarify the Three of Pentacles, please? The Five of Cups. Do you need to apologize to somebody, or does somebody need to apologize to you? Like, do you feel like there's a needed apology from someone, or do you have to extend this apology? And I'm going to try and read it from both ends because situations can be different for everybody, and I'm trying to make sure this message reaches. So if this is you, if you need to be apologized to, I do kind of see a situation as to where they may be coming forward to take some sort of accountability towards where they failed to meet your expectations, or failed to take some sort of accountability that they're approaching taking now. It's probably going to take a lot of time and patience, and there's probably weighing out the pros and cons between like whether or not they should even say something. And maybe this person, whoever this is, whether this is like a friend or like a mom or like even maybe an ex-partner, I don't know, but whoever this is probably dealing with their own internalized struggle of what would happen if they were to reach out, like sort of feeding themselves this impending doom because they feel guilty. So whoever this is feels very guilty and very remorseful, and maybe even a sense of shame because you or both of them may understand, I don't act like this, or this is not how I was supposed to act, I should have done more. Especially with this King of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. Forgot to say that I pulled some clarifying cards. Whoever this is knows that they had the ability or the resources to do more than they should have. And with this Five of Pentacles here, they know that they ended up invalidating or minimizing the experience or their actions, and or they did not treat you in the way that you deserve to be treated. And with this Five of Cups right here, clarifying the Three of Pentacles, you may regret not seeing your point of view or honoring your point of view or being able to work with you, or being more willing to work with you through whatever this was. It could be a manager, it could be an authority figure, it could be just somebody you spent a lot of time with that disappointed you. And if you're on the person that should be extending this offer, I'm seeing that you need to come forward and take some sort of accountability towards a situation you handled very poorly. I'm seeing you need to get your thoughts together, but I see that you've prolonged the process. You've prolonged this shit by being like inconsistent or being in two minds, like guessing whether or not you should even reach out or whether or not you should say something, because it's causing you your own internal struggle. You're causing your own anxiety, and the only way out is through with this Six of Swords here. You need to make a move. You need to do something, bitch, because it's fucking you up. It's really tearing you up. I'm not gonna lie, Nine of Swords, not a good card. Five of Cups, definitely not a good card. Five of Pentacles, most definitely not a good card. If this is you, you need to say something, because You should not have done that. One more thing I forgot to add about the Nine of Swords is that no matter what you do, if you've done something wrong or if a situation is so distressing to you, that shit will follow you in your sleep. Like, it will follow you. Even if you're on the receiving end of needing and or getting an apology, if you're dealing with this, so sorry. And if you're the person that did something to a person that did not deserve what you put them through, that shit still got me antsy and anxious and shit. Like, no. You need to ask for forgiveness. If you're on the receiving end of this, you need to be open to forgiving. Yeah, I'm gonna get some advice here. Hold on. The Three of Pentacles, okay. The Queen of Swords. You need to make something shake. If you need to apologize to somebody, and if you need to make something right with somebody, with the Three of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, the Emperor, and the Magician, you need to say something. Like, seriously, you need to make a move forward. And the Eight of Wands is at the back of the deck. That's all about pursuit and go. This is a big go energy. Come on, you need to come on. When I had the previous cards, you've prolonged the process. You've been in two minds with that Two of Pentacles for too long. If you've done a past friend wrong, if you've done a family member wrong, if you've done somebody wrong and you know that guilt is starting to eat you alive because you should have handled that situation way better than you have, you need to go apologize. I'm not trying to be funny. You dead ass need to go apologize because you shouldn't have done that. And you need to be so serious. And I'm so serious. Taking some sort of accountability towards your actions. And that's something you would have to extend here. If you're on the receiving end of this, you need to ensure that this person is meeting and addressing your needs and taking some sort of responsibility towards what they did. And you need to express how something made you feel. And if this is in consideration to whatever this is, if this is a manager, a coworker, a friend, an ex, a family member, I don't know, the receiving end of this, whoever this is for, if this person failed you in some way or disregarded you in some way, there's a need for you to open your mouth and express that. So not only do they understand and comprehend your point of view, but so you also can establish some boundaries to ensure that never happens again. I'm kind of seeing whoever I'm reading for is the perpetrator, the Wheel of Fortune. The situation, whoever this is, whoever you are, and whoever this is in regards to, this looks like whoever I'm reading for is the perpetrator. The only way the situation can change and actually start to make progress is if you initiate it. Like, the situation is not going to move anywhere. It's not going to go anywhere, and will probably be out of reach if you wait too long, if you don't say something. The Wheel of Fortune being here, this is a spiritual lesson for you. I don't know if it's in regards to accountability and responsibility, or I don't know if this is a situation as to where you closed off your emotions or something and you abandoned somebody in their like time of need. But I'm seeing whoever this is, whoever you are, and whatever this is in regards to, you failed a situation and you failed a person, and you weren't considering the other person's point of view. You weren't considering what they were investing in, and that's why you're sort of guilty. But the thing is, you're feeling guilty and internalizing it, and that's not going to do shit but make the situation all the more worse, to the point where, again, if you don't do something, you can literally end up losing it. You need to, the Three of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups. And I failed to read the other side of the story. If you're the person on the receiving end, you need to ensure that you also do not suppress your emotions, and you don't suppress your boundaries, and you don't suppress what you're expecting from now on, because it is a clear indication that you had been in some way, shape, or form taken advantage of. And this person knows that. This person knows that they walked away or abandoned a situation that they caused devastation towards. And you need to ensure that if you allow this person back in, that you affirm and stand your ground on your boundaries and what is expected next, so that this isn't something that repeats itself. Because I saw the perpetrator's point of view and what was going on for the perpetrator. and I had never been in the mind of the perpetrator before, and I started to feel the guilt myself, and it really me up. If you are on the receiving end of this and you do choose to allow this person back into your life, ensure that the situation that you are choosing to create with this person consists of stability, dedication, and fortitude. Yeah, if it was a friend, a best friend that was going through something, and you left that person out to just fend for themselves, so you know they were struggling, you're not gonna get away with that. If this was a sister or a relative that needed help and you were able to help and you didn't do anything, you're not getting away with this. Hope this is now one of my friends, one of my subscribers, one of my supporters. I don't know. If you don't make that right, it's finna get real wrong for you very quickly. I'm so dead ass. If you're on the receiving end, even if you do not get an apology, understand that person is gonna get real wrong for them. You will be okay. But please, especially if you're one of my friends, you did somebody wrong, please, I'm begging you. You need to apologize for sure, for certain. And you do not just need to stand idle in a situation you have full control over. And you need to be willing to show this person just how willing you are to make this right with them. You close this person out. You close this person in this situation completely out, and that's why you're guilty, because you were being selfish in a way. And maybe you didn't see it as that at first, but that's what it was. Whatever you did to this person, which I'm seeing you kind of just left them out in the cold, you will probably experience something similar to that, or you're going to end up losing this person.